طيب, inshallah, we will mention, for the next few sessions, we want to talk about Prophet Isa alayhi salatu wassalam. But before starting with Prophet Isa, we want to have a little bit of the backstory, the story of his mother and the virgin birth, and even a little bit before that, some of the prophets who came who came before Prophet Isa alayhi salatu wassalam. And I want to briefly just start by mentioning that, as we all know, the religion of all the prophets alayhimus salatu wassalam is Islam. All the prophets came with one message. They all came to teach the people. They all went to their people, teaching them the religion of Islam. They all taught their people about Allah, the Creator, and that Allah, the Creator, does not resemble the creations, and He is the only one who deserves to be worshipped. And throughout time and history, Allah sent many prophets. Some scholars said that Allah sent 124,000 prophets. I think I'm going to not use this. This is not working for me. Some scholars said that Allah Ta'ala sent 124,000 prophets. As we know, the first of them is Adam alayhi salam. He was the first prophet and the first human and the first messenger, the first man. Then came his son Sheeth, the second prophet, and other prophets came after them. The third prophet is Idris. The fourth prophet is Nuh. And between Idris and Nuh, there was the first era of ignorance. And then came other prophets, Hud and Salih, who were both Arabs. And inshallah, after we finish talking about Prophet Isa, we're going to go back from the very beginning. From the first creations, and then the Prophet Adam and his coming to the earth, and then Sheeth and Idris, and then the era of ignorance, and then Nuh, and then the Arab prophets, Hud and Salih, and then Prophet Ibrahim and his sons Ismail and Ishaq. Then Prophet Yaqub, Jacob, and his son Yusuf, and his other son Benjamin. And then after that, the prophets from the children of Israel. And the children of Israel, we know Israel is the name of Prophet Yaqub. Just as Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam, he had more than one name. You say Muhammad and Ahmad and Mustafa, Al-Aqib, Al-Hashir. These are all names of Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam. Prophet Yaqub, Jacob, he had also another name, Israel. And in English, they say Israel. And then the final prophet, inshaAllah, we will talk about him, alayhi salatu wassalam. Among the prophets from the children of Israel was Prophet Isa, alayhi salam, as well as Prophet Ilyas. And we're going to start with Prophet Ilyas today, inshaAllah. So after the death of Prophet Hizqeel, he was a prophet, and in English they call him Ezekiel. And he was among the children of Israel. All of the prophets after Yaqub, all of the prophets were from the children of Israel, with the exception of Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam. He is the only prophet after that prophet. He was the only one who was not among the children of Israel. So all the prophets until Prophet Isa, they were all from the children of Israel. So after the death of Prophet Ezekiel, Allah Ta'ala sent Prophet Ilyas, who in English they call him Elijah. Allah Ta'ala sent him to the people of Ba'labak, and Ba'labak today is in Lebanon, in present day Lebanon. These people in Ba'labak, they used to worship an idol called Ba'al. And this is where the name Ba'labak came from, because they worshipped an idol called Ba'al. Allah Ta'ala revealed This is from the Quran. Allah Ta'ala revealed in the Quran, وَإِنَّ إِلْيَاسَ لَمِنَ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. Indeed, Ilyas is among the messengers. إِذْ قَالَ لِقَوْمِهِ أَلَا تَتَّقُونَ. Prophet Ilyas, when he said to his people, why don't you fear God? أَتَدْعُونَ بَعْلًا وَتَذَرُونَ أَحْسَنَ الْخَالِقِينَ. Prophet Ilyas told the people of Ba'labak, he told them, you call upon Ba'al, this idol that they used to worship, and you abandon worshipping Allah, the only creator. Allahu Rabbukum wa Rabb Allah Rabbakum wa Rabb Abaikum al-awwaleen. You abandon worshipping Allah, your Lord, and the Lord of your fathers of old. But they did not believe in him. They did not listen to him, except for a few people. So Prophet Ilyas, alayhi salatu wassalam, as we said, he was a prophet and a messenger. He supplicated against them. He made dua against them. He asked Allah to detain, to prevent the rain because of their blasphemy. So there was a large drought for 3 years. They suffered a famine, their animals began to die, their trees and their crops were drying. And in the meantime, Prophet Ilyas alayhi salatu wassalam, he was not with them. Allah used to provide for Prophet Ilyas alayhi salatu wassalam wherever he was. Allah used to provide for him. And when these people who were from the children of Israel, the children of Israel, who were blasphemers because they did not believe in him, sometimes they would smell bread from someone's house, and when they would smell the bread, they would say, Prophet Ilyas is in this house, because Allah used to provide for him. So they would try and they would go into this person's house where Prophet Ilyas was, and then they would start attacking the people who live in that house. And they would harm them and do bad things to them. So Prophet Ilyas alayhi salatu wassalam, he told them, if you abandon worshipping your idol, this idol Ba'al, I will ask Allah to relieve you. So they got rid of their idols. All these idols that they used to worship, among them was Ba'al, and they used to pray to these idols. They got rid of them and they knew their misguidance. So they went to Prophet Ilyas. So Prophet Ilyas alayhi salatu wassalam, he made dua for them, and Allah sent to them rain, and he sent to them ease, and he saved them. Allah Ta'ala saved them. Allah Ta'ala revived their land, and they did not, after Allah Ta'ala revived their land, they did not stay steadfast to the path of Islam, the path that Prophet Ilyas clarified for them. So when Prophet Ilyas saw their stubbornness, and subhanAllah, when you read and you listen to the stories of the Prophet, you see that, subhanAllah, this happened a lot. This did not only happen with Prophet Ilyas, this happened with multiple prophets, where they would call their people to Islam, and some of them would not believe, and then some of them might believe, and then after believing, they go back to misguidance. This happened with Prophet Musa, and this happened with Prophet Salih, and other prophets as well. So they insisted in their blasphemy, and so Prophet Ilyas asked Allah to relieve him of those blasphemers. And he asked Allah that he would die. Yani Prophet Ilyas asked Allah that he would die, and Allah answered his dua. Allah revealed in the Quran, فَكَذَّبُوهُ فَإِنَّهُمْ لَمُحْضَرُونَ. This means the blasphemers, they belied Ilyas, and so certainly they shall be among the people of hellfire. إِلَّا عِبَادَ اللَّهِ الْمُخْلَصِينَ. Except for the sincere slaves of Allah. And Allah Ta'ala revealed, وَتَرَكْنَا عَلَيْهِ فِي الْآخِرِينَ. And Allah left something for Ilyas that lasted through the ages. سَلَامٌ عَلَى إِلْيَاسِينَ. The believers in heaven and earth saying, peace be upon Ilyas alayhi salatu wassalam. And it is said that he is buried now in Ba'labak in Lebanon. And Allah knows best. We know that in terms of the graves of the prophets, except Prophet Muhammad, there's always different sayings. Some scholars say this prophet is buried here, and some scholars say this prophet is buried there. What we are 100% sure of is Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam, that he is buried in Al-Madinah. After Prophet Ilyas, after he died, alayhi salatu wassalam, Allah Ta'ala sent another prophet from the descendants of Prophet Yaqub, yani another prophet who was among the children of Israel. And we said, Israel refers to Prophet Yaqub, alayhi salatu wassalam. And this prophet was called Al-Yasa'. And he is one of the prophets mentioned in the Quran. We know that there are 25 prophets only mentioned in the Quran. Among them is Al-Yasa'. And they call him in English Elisha. And the historians, they said about Prophet Al-Yasa', Elisha, that he was after Prophet Ilyas alayhi salatu wassalam, and he took the responsibility, he took care of the children of Israel as long as Allah made him alive. And he adhered to the way of Prophet Ilyas alayhi salatu wassalam. Then after some time, after Prophet Al-Yasa', there was a man who was named Zakaria, the son of Dan, the son of Muslim, the son of Saduq, whose lineage goes back to Sulaiman, the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam, Sulaiman, who is the son of Dawood. This Zakaria we're talking about is the Prophet Zakaria alayhi salatu wassalam. Prophet Zakaria alayhi salatu wassalam, he was a carpenter. And he was a high-ranking, pious man. So we're talking now about Prophet Zakaria before he became a prophet. And we all know that the prophets, before they become prophets, they are Muslim. They all believe in Allah. They worship Allah alone. So Prophet Zakaria, he was a carpenter and he was a pious man. And he was among the people who had a talent of raising the people up, instilling goodness in people. And this is, as we know, is not something very common, subhanAllah. This is something, even amongst the pious people, not every pious people can do this. And he was among the people who used to serve the places of worship. As we know, or I don't know if you guys know, but in the nation of Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, the places of worship are called masjids, mosques. However, in the different nations before Prophet Muhammad, the places of worship, they were not called masjids. They had different names. So at that time, during the time of Prophet Zakaria, they would call it a temple. But what we mean by this is the place of worship for the Muslims. This is what is meant. It is not called a masjid though. And among the people who were in this area where Prophet Zakaria was, and you guys know we can say Prophet Zakaria with an alif, and you can say Zakaria with a hamza in the end. You say them both, it's correct. Among the people was another man who was also pious, and he was an imam, he was a leader of the people, and his name was Imran. And in English, Sheikh Ra'id was saying that they call him in English Yoakim. But we're just going to say Imran. This is I don't know how accurate the translation is. Imran was a pious man, as we said, and he was, as Prophet Zakaria was, they were living at a time where this area that they lived in Palestine, sins were very, 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 very common. It was very popular. It was very widespread. This is the word I'm looking for. It was very widespread, people committing sins at this time. And there were many corrupt rulers, blasphemer rulers, and evil rulers and kings. At this point in time, the children of Israel, the children of Prophet Israel, yani his descendants, they had divided into factions. At this time, the children of Israel, some of them were blasphemers and some of them were Muslims. Yani Prophet Zakaria, he was among the children of Israel, however, he was a Muslim, as well as Imran, and as well as the wife of Zakaria, who they say her name in English is Elizabeth, and as well as the wife of Imran, who they call her Anne, A-N-N. So the children of Israel at this point in time, I feel like the sisters are so far away, subhanAllah. But stay, yani, don't move now. Next time you guys will sit closer, inshaAllah. I feel like I'm talking to I don't know, it's so far, subhanAllah. Next class, inshaAllah, you guys sit closer. The children of Israel at this point in time had divided into factions. Some of them were blasphemers and some of them were Muslims at this time. And it was very popular for the Jews among the children of Israel at this time to literally slaughter prophets. It was said that the Jews, they had a rock, a big stone, a big rock, that they would go there and they would bring a prophet and they would slaughter him. And this was known, yani, this area. And it was mentioned that at some point the children of Israel would go out and they would kill 25 prophets in one day. From this we know, yani, and many other reasons, we know that the prophets, they are not... About the stone? The Jews, they had a large stone, and it was known that it was narrated that they would go to this stone and they would slaughter prophets there. And it was mentioned that at some point they would go out and kill 25 prophets in one day. This is among the ways we know that the prophets, yani, many times you see that there was more than one prophet alive at once. It wasn't like this prophet is alive, then when he dies another prophet comes, and then when he dies another prophet comes. This is not the case. Prophet Musa and Prophet Harun, they were both brothers, they were both prophets, and they were both messengers, and they were alive at the same time. And also there were other prophets at the same time. Al-Khadir was alive, and Yusha' was alive as well. Prophet Ibrahim was alive and his sons were alive, and they're all prophets. So prophets, it is possible that there would be more than one alive at once. It is not how maybe some people think that after a prophet dies, then another prophet comes. No, this is not the case. It was the case for Prophet Isa and Muhammad, alayhim as-salatu was-salam. After Prophet Isa was raised to the sky, Prophet Muhammad came centuries after that. Yani, there was many years after this. At this time, during the time of Zakaria, this is before, at this time there was a king. He was the worst king at this time. His name was, listen closely, his name was Herodis. They say in English his name is Herod, Herod. Herodis. He was the worst king at this time, and we will talk about him and what he did later on. طيب. ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا والله أعلم بما وضعت and Allah knows best about what she gave birth to. She said this, "Oh Allah, I have given birth to a child and it is a girl." And Allah knows this. Allah knows. However, she still addressed Allah. You can see it's almost as if she's in shock. Subhanallah. She said, Anne is saying, وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرُ كَالْأُنثَى. The male is not like the female. She's saying, I made a vow to dedicate this baby to the service of the masjid. A boy is more suitable for this. She said, Subhanallah. She said, وَإِنِّي سَمَّيْتُهَا مَرْيَمَ. And surely I have named her Maryam. وَإِنِّي أُعِيذُهَا بِكَ وَذُرِّيَّتَهَا مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. She said, I have named her Maryam, and I ask you, O Allah, to protect her and her children from the wicked devil, the accursed devil. Subhanallah. I am having a technical difficulty. Okay. So, when Anne gave birth to Maryam, what did she do? She wrapped the baby Maryam, and she took her to the masjid, and she put her in front of the scholars, the Muslim scholars. And as we said, her husband, who was Imran, who had died before Maryam was born, her husband, he was a leader in the community. He was their leader, in fact. And among the scholars and these high-ranking people was Prophet Zakaria, alayhi salatu wassalam. So Anne, she said to these scholars, دُونَكُمْ هَذِهِ الْمَنْذُورَةِ. She said, take this one, her baby, take this one who has been vowed as a dedication for the masjid. She made the vow. So now she is putting them under their responsibility. So the scholars, everyone wanted the responsibility. Everyone wanted the chance to sponsor this child because her father was their leader. Her father, Maryam's father, was Imran. He was their leader. So they wanted this. They wanted the chance, the opportunity to sponsor her. However, Prophet Zakaria, alayhi salatu wassalam, he said, I'm more deserving of her because she is the daughter of my wife. She is the niece of my wife. So Prophet Zakaria said, I'm more deserving. Everyone wanted a chance to sponsor her, including Prophet Zakaria. So Prophet Zakaria said, I'm more deserving. She is the niece of my wife. And we said his wife was Elizabeth Ishyar, in that language. However, these scholars, they refused. However, the scholars, they refused. They didn't want to just give her up to Zakaria like that. So they said they will do sort of like a drawing. They said, let's go and throw our pens that they had into the river. Whoever's pen floats will take care of her. So they all went to the river, and it was said that this river specifically was the river of Jordan. The river of Jordan. So they all went and they tossed their pens, and with this pen they used to write the Torah, the book that was revealed to Prophet Musa. And subhanallah, the pen that ended up rising was the pen of Prophet Zakaria alayhi salatu wassalam. So you want to translate now?
Yeah.
There's a lot of English in Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay. Bismillah. I don't know, I was just Prophet Zakaria, the scholars, they did not want to simply just give Maryam to Zakaria like that. They wanted as if like a competition, a drawing.
I got it. I know what it is. I know the story.
Mm.
Entonces lo que pasó fue que entre los escolares, cuando llevaron a María, que la madre de María la entregó a esos escolares, ellos querían todos criarla a ella, porque ella era la hija de el que era su líder, ¿verdad? Y él había muerto, el papá de María, Embrán. A esto estaba también, entre ellos estaba el profeta Zacarías, ¿okay? Que la pasean con él. Entonces ellos decidieron hacer como un tipo de sorteo y dijeron, vamos a todos a tirar el lápiz con el que usamos para escribir el Torah al río, y el lápiz que flote, ese es de quien ella se va a quedar, ¿okay? Con quien ella se va a quedar. Todos tiraron su lápiz y el lápiz que flotó fue el del profeta Zacarías, alayhi salam, que la pasean con él.
So Prophet Zechariah, he took her, and he was the one who sponsored her, and raised her and cared for her, and he put her in their place of worship, the masjid, their masjid. He put her in an attic up in the masjid, and no one would be able to enter except for her. Yani, she would be in there, and it would be locked, and no one else can enter on her.
Okay, el profeta Zacarías la mantuvo a ella, la ponía en un cuarto que estaba encima de la mezquita o de la casa sagrada. Allí él la mantenía encerrada para que ningún hombre o nadie pudiera entrar hasta allá. Okay?
And he was the only one with the key.
Y él era el único que tenía la llave de ese cuarto.
And whenever as she grew up over time, whenever Lady Maryam would menstruate, she would obviously leave the masjid and go out, and she would stay with her aunt and Zachariah in their house.
Y cuando la señora María, la dama María, cuando ya era el tiempo de ella, de su pubertad, que ella menstruaba, ella salía de ese cuarto porque ese cuarto se consideraba dentro de la mezquita. Ella salía de ese cuarto y iba a la casa del profeta Zacarías con su esposa y se quedaba allí mientras estaba en esos días.
And Prophet Zechariah alayhi salam, he used to see the blessings from Lady Maryam.
El profeta Zacarías veía las bendiciones de la señora María.
Allah Ta'ala said, فَتَقَبَّلَهَا رَبُّهَا بِقَبُولٍ حَسَنٍ وَأَنبَتَهَا نَبَاتًا حَسَنًا. Her Lord, the Lord of Maryam, accepted her with a good acceptance and made her grow up a good upbringing.
La traducción del área que ella dijo es que su Dios aceptó a María con buena aceptación y la hizo a ella crecer con una buena crianza, con buenas cosas.
وَكَفَّلَهَا زَكَرِيَّا. And Zechariah, the prophet, he sponsored her and took care of her.
Y el profeta Zacarías la cuidó y la cuidó y la crió. Él fue que estuvo a cargo de ella.
كلما دخل عليها زكريا المحراب وجد عندها رزقا. Whenever Prophet Zechariah would enter in on her, he would find with her provisions. He used to find with her fruits from the summertime during the winter, and fruits from the winter time during the summer. And although this is maybe common in our days, back then this was something that was not usual, it was not the norm.
Y cuando el profeta Zacarías entraba a visitarla a María, siempre encontraba bendiciones. Encontraba las frutas del verano en el invierno o las del invierno en el verano. Y eso, aunque es común hoy en día, en nuestros días, pero en ese tiempo no era común. Y ella siempre sucedía tener lo contrario de la estación del año que había.
Prophet Zechariah would tell her, Ya Maryam, anna laki hadha. Oh Mary, where did you get this from?
El profeta Zacarías, la paz sea con él, le decía, oh María, ¿de dónde tú sacaste esas frutas?
Maryam would tell him, Huwa min indillah. It is from Allah.
Ella le decía, eso es de Allah. Eso me proviene de Allah.
She would say, Inna الله يرزق من يشاء بغير حساب. Surely Allah provides for whomever He willed, even without this person exerting any effort.
Ella dijo, seguramente Allah es el que provee.
He provides for whoever He will.
Es el que provee a quien sea su voluntad, sin ni siquiera esta persona hacer un esfuerzo.
She was among the pious and worshipful humans.
Ella estaba entre las personas piadosas y adoraban, devotas.
She would worship Allah day and night to the extent that she became a proverb while she was still alive.
Ella adoraba tanto a Dios, era tan devota que ella adoraba a Dios en día y noche y llegó a ser.
A proverb is like what? It's like a saying. No, it's a saying. Like, does anyone? How would you? A proverb is like a saying that becomes famous among the people. So she was so pious, people would mention her like a proverb, like a saying.
Okay, ella llegó a ser como un proverbio entre la gente, de tan piadosa que llegó a ser la señora María.
And usually, as we know, proverbs usually, if there's a proverb about someone, this happens after they die. But this happened when she was still alive.
Y usualmente esto pasa cuando una persona ya ha muerto. Sin embargo, con ella sucedió mientras ella estaba en vida.
She was a highly ranking holy person.
Ella era una mujer muy piadosa,
holy, like a
piadosa y muy de gran estatus, una walía, okay? Como dirían hoy en día, una santa.
She lived in Jerusalem.
Ella vivía en Jerusalén.
The angels would come and visit her.
Los ángeles la visitaban.
Subhanallah, this is completely out of topic, but when you see, okay, there's this person, they're so pious. When this person, you see this waliya, this highly righteous ranking Muslim, to the extent that the angels visit them. I don't know if you know this, but Shaykh Abdullah would be visited by angels as well. This is out of topic, but this shows you how righteous he was as well.
Ella dice que es muy, muy bonito cuando los piadosos de altos rangos, cuando los ángeles lo visitan. Y hay chefs, hay imams que en vida los ángeles lo han visitado como nuestro Shaykh Abdullah.
Allah Ta'ala said, وَإِذْ قَالَتِ الْمَلَائِكَةُ يَا مَرْيَمْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ اصْطَفَاكِ وَطَهَّرَكِ وَاصْطَفَاكِ عَلَى نِسَاءِ الْعَالَمِينَ. The angels told her, O Maryam, Allah has chosen you and purified you and has chosen you amongst all of the women of the world.
Los ángeles le dijeron a ella, oh María, verdaderamente Allah te ha seleccionado a ti y te ha purificado y te ha seleccionado a ti sobre todas las mujeres.
This means that she is the best of the women of the world until the end of time.
Eso quiere decir que ella es la mejor de todas las mujeres hasta el final de los tiempos. Es decir, ella es y siempre será la mejor. No hay otra mejor que ella.
The angels told her, Ya Maryam, uqnuti li rabbik wasjudi warka'i ma'ar raki'in. O Maryam, worship your Lord. Make sujood, prostrate, and bow, make ruku' with those who make ruku'.
Los ángeles
Yes, the angel.
Los ángeles le dijeron, oh María, adora a tu Dios y póstrate. Haz rukúa, doblarse el rukúa, ¿ok? Haz esto
with those who make ruku'.
Con eso que hacen el rukúa, es decir, reza con ellos.
So when Prophet Zakaria alayhi salatu wasalam, and at this point he's a prophet already, Allah gave him revelation at this point in time.
A este tiempo ya el profeta Zacarías había recibido la revelación y era un profeta de Dios.
When he saw the blessings of Mary, Lady Maryam, he desired to have a child as well, even though he had reached a very, very old age, as we said in the beginning.
Cuando él vio las bendiciones de María, él también deseó tener un hijo así para sí mismo, aunque ya él era un señor de edad muy avanzada.
It was said he was 99 years old and his wife was 89.
Él tenía 99 años y su esposa 89 años de edad.
Prophet Zechariah, he asked Allah to provide him with a pious child who would inherit from him the knowledge and who would become a prophet like him.
So el profeta Zacarías le pidió a Allah que le diera un hijo que sea piadoso, que sea un profeta igual que él y que heredara su sabiduría.
And become a prophet like him.
Que sea
Whenever I say Arabic, it's going to be from the Quran, unless I say this is a hadith. So I'm just going to say the Arabic without saying this is an ayah, this is an ayah. هنالك دعا زكريا ربه. And there Zechariah prayed to his Lord and made supplication.
Y allí Zacarías rezó a Dios y pidió suplicación, hizo una suplicación. Y esto es el significado de la ayah que ella recitó.
So Zechariah said, قال رب هب لي من لدنك ذرية طيبة. Zechariah said, my Lord, give to me from you good progeny, yani a pious child.
Entonces el profeta Zacarías dijo, oh Dios, regálame a un hijo piadoso.
إنك سميع الدعاء. Indeed, you are, Allah, Prophet Zechariah is saying, oh Allah, you are the one who hears the supplication.
Y aquí el profeta Zacarías está diciendo, seguramente, oh Allah, es seguro que tú oyes las súplicas.
وإني خفت الموالي من ورائي وكانت امرأتي عاقرا فهب لي من لدنك وليا. Zechariah is saying, he said, indeed, I fear the tyranny of my relatives. We said at this point in time there was a lot of sinners who were, it was widespread to commit sins at this point in time. So Zechariah is saying, I fear the tyranny of my relatives who would come after me and take charge of the children of Israel and spread corruption.
Entonces el profeta Zacarías dijo, verdaderamente yo tengo temor de la tiranía que existe en sus familiares, porque había dicho ella que al principio había mucho, el pecado estaba muy estaba muy esparcido entre la gente, era muy fácil pecar. Entonces él tenía miedo de que esos tiranos iban a tomar posesión de su hijo.
Take charge of the children of Israel.
Iban a tomar el encargo de los hijos de Israel,
The people,
de la gente.
Zechariah said, and my wife is barren, so give me as a gift an heir, a child.
Y él dijo, y mi esposa es, ya está muy avanzada de edad, no puede dar hijos, pero dame un hijo.
As a gift.
Como un regalo.
A child who would inherit the knowledge from me and be suitable to inherit the honor of prophethood.
Un hijo que herede la sabiduría de la profecía.
So after
es decir, que sea un profeta su hijo, es lo que él le pidió a Dios.
So after he made this dua, Zechariah, Allah sent him angels while he was praying to deliver the good news to him.
Cuando el profeta Zacarías estaba haciendo esta súplica,
while he was praying,
mientras él estaba rezando, Allah envió ángeles
good news, yes.
con la buena noticia de que él iba a tener un hijo.
Ya Zechariah, inna nubashiruka bi ghulamin ismuhu Yahya. O Zechariah, your Lord, the angels are telling him, your Lord says, indeed, we have given you the glad tidings of a boy, and his name will be Yahya.
Y los ángeles les dijeron, oh Zacarías, te estamos dando las buenas noticias de que tú tendrás un hijo y se llamará Yahya.
And the angels are saying, Allah said this.
que Allah dijo que le dio las buenas nuevas de que iba a tener un hijo y su hijo se llamaría Yahya, quien va a ser un profeta.
لم نجعل له من قبل سميا. There has never been before Yahya a human named Yahya. He is the first person to be named Yahya.
Antes de este profeta Yahya no había ningún ser humano en la tierra con este nombre. Él fue el primero con ese nombre.
Zakaria said, with the intention of inquiring, not that he's doubting, Zakaria said, "My Lord, in what way shall I have a child while my wife is barren and I have reached an old age with withering bones?" He's asking not to doubt, just to inquire, seeking the knowledge.
El profeta Zacarías dijo, no por dudar, sino diciendo, ¿cómo voy a tener un hijo a esta avanzada edad? A esta avanzada edad y ya estoy con mis huesos muy débiles. Lo dijo esto no por preguntar a Dios o dudar, sino como una pregunta de cómo va a pasar eso. Buscando la sabiduría de cómo va a pasar.
How would that be, ya Allah?
¿Cómo sería esto, oh Allah? Es lo que él estaba diciendo.
The angel told him, "So shall it be. Your Lord says it is easy."
Los ángeles dijeron, eso va a suceder porque es algo fácil para Allah.
So then Prophet Zakaria asked Allah to give him a sign.
Entonces el profeta Zacarías pidió a Allah que le diera una señal.
Allah said, "Your sign is that you will be unable to speak to the people for 3 days and nights, although you are sound." It's not that he lost his mind.
Allah le reveló que su señal será que él va a durar 3 días y 3 noches sin poder hablar con la gente. Y esto no es porque él va a perder su razonamiento.
It's not that he became
no es que él se quedó mudo o que perdió la razón.
If he wanted to make dhikr, to make dhikr with his tongues mentioning Allah, he was able to.
Si él quería hacer dhikr, alabanzas a Dios, él podía hacerlo.
And if he wanted to speak to the people, he would either do it with signals with his hand, sign language, or by writing.
Y si él quería hablar con la gente, entonces lo hacía con señales o lo escribía.
فخرج على قومه من المحراب. He went out to his people from his prayer, and he was happy with the good news. Zakaria.
Entonces el profeta Zacarías, la paz sea con él, salió
and he was happy with the good news.
Salió a su gente y estaba feliz de las buenas nuevas que le dieron de que él iba a tener un hijo.
And then Prophet Yahya, who is called John, was born.
Entonces el profeta Yahya, que es llamado John, nació.
And he was ordered to take the book of the Torah and to take it with determination and to study it well.
Y él estudió el libro del Torah y se lo aprendió.
وآتيناه الحكم صبيا. Allah made Yahya a prophet while he was a child.
MashaAllah. Y Allah le otorgó la profecía mientras él era un niño.
Some scholars said he was 9.
Algunos escolares eruditos dijeron que él tenía 9 años de edad.
Prophet Sulaiman, some scholars said he became a prophet when he was 12.
Algunos eruditos dijeron que el profeta Salomón recibió la profecía a los 12 años de edad.
And Prophet Yusuf, some scholars said he became a prophet. We'll talk about the stories, inshallah. Some scholars said he became a prophet when he was in the well and his brothers threw him in the well. And he was young.
Y el profeta José, Yusuf, que lo tiraron al pozo, dicen los eruditos que él recibió la profecía mientras estaba en el pozo y él estaba bien jovencito cuando eso sucedió.
Prophet Yahya was a very soft person. He was very gentle.
El profeta Yahya era un profeta, que la paz sea con él, muy gentil, muy amable, muy
Gentle and soft.
Gentle. Sí, gentil. Amable, gentil.
He was God-fearing. He was pious.
¿No?
He was pious.
Yeah, él era piadoso y tenía temor de Dios.
وبرا بوالديه ولم يكن جبارا عصيا. Allah made Yahya good to his parents and he was not a sinful bully.
Allah hizo que el profeta Yahya, la paz sea con él, fuera bueno, misericordioso con sus padres y no una persona, no un tirante, no era malo con sus padres.
There's a lot left. There's 3 minutes, but there's only 3 minutes left. Do I stop here or I continue a little bit?
We can have a break, a refreshment
ماشي.
before the other lesson.
ماشي. Inshallah, for the next class we will continue from Yahya and talk about Yahya and Isa and their lives together because they were cousins. They lived together for some time. And then how the Prophet Zakaria died and Yahya died, and then Prophet Isa was raised to the heavens, and the virgin, we didn't talk about the virgin birth yet. Yeah, and the virgin birth.
No, you spoke that she was born, but then you
No, the birth of Isa.
Isa.
Inshallah, we'll talk about all of that in the next session because
Okay.
it's long.
En la próxima clase dice que va a hablar del nacimiento del profeta Jesús, de cómo Jesús y Yahya se criaron juntos, eran primos, y la muerte de Yahya.
Did you know that Prophet Isa, he went to school?
Mashallah. Dice que si sabían que el profeta Jesús fue a la escuela, asistió a la escuela.
I mean, his mom put him in school as he was a child.
Mashallah. Su mamá lo puso en la escuela, la señora María, la dama María.
However, of course, as we know, the prophets, they were geniuses.
Pero claro, sabemos que los profetas eran genios, mashallah, eran muy inteligentes.
Barakallahu
Que la paz
fikum.
sea con él.